The standard, which is this, and then they had a tone knob. But eventually they got rid of the sweet switch altogether, and I say, bring back the sweet switch, Paul. Bring it back. Because I'm a fucking idiot, and it makes me feel like I have 2 sets of pickups versus all your ridiculous switches. I hate that shit. So there's a lot of arguments as far as, you know, which ones sound better. HFS pickups, T and B for PRS. You know, are the prefactories better sounding? Do they play better? All these mysteries. And you know what? Like, the first thing I'll say is it's a matter of opinion. Tone's mostly in your fingers, as I've said in previous videos. Why don't we take a bunch of prefactory, and as we know, that's kind of bullshit, but like, you know, they're the first factory PRSs, and see what we got going on. So this one's a really cool one because this is a 1988 studio. I have 2 of them, and this one's not only a really rare guitar, but it's interesting because it's a first in that it has PRS single coils that were actually hand wound by Lindy Fralin. So these are really cool sounding. Most of these came with a sweet switch, which, as everyone knows, I'm stupid. I like going up and down. But the special, before they had the standard, from I think it's 88 through maybe 1990 or 89, they had an option of a tone toggle, a tone wheel, because obviously a lot of people didn't want to toggle. And the special upgrade was also having the wide thin neck, which is the sought after one, so these are rare, and the birds, because this is supposed to be a lower end PRS, but you know, it has the birds, it has the better neck, and it has, at this time it was considered an upgrade, and the HFS pickup. A little bit overdriving my amp. It's pretty hot. As soon as you go, first off, you can hear the hum, because I don't have any kind of, I probably have electrical problems, but that's also a single coil. You just want to play like Nile Rodgers on it. So you do very sparkly chords. More of like that single coil. It's not quite totally Strat, but that's the HFS. I'll put just a little distortion on it. Great sounding pickup, the HFS, but let's figure it out. Let's see what goes on. So we got another 87 PRS over here. We've talked about this one before, but this has the T and B pickups. Now these are the most sought after pickups as far as value wise. Not that the HFS are any slump, but these ones are different. So we'll start off with the distortion with the sweet switch. Not quite as hot, but a little bit different definition. Turn off the sweet switch. Gain hides a lot of things. I like the transparency of some of the Marshalls because if you really want to hear how your pickups sound, plug into a JCM 2000. Like, it doesn't hide anything. This angle is a great sounding amp, but it does hide stuff, especially with the distortion. So this is with the sweet switch off. Now listen with the sweet switch. So much spankier, so. Totally different sounding pickups. I really like the sweet switch because it's like A or B. It doesn't make me think I have to put like a piece of tape to remind myself where it is. But so far, let's put on some distortion so we get an idea of what it sounds like with the distortion so you can hear But the other thing is, let's hear what the clean sounds are. phase. Turn off the sweet switch. It almost sounds like there's a filter on your guitar. So there's you can get a lot of really weird tones. See, it's basically, it's got them, it's wired in a way where you're going back and forth from the single coils to the humbuckers. Turn on the sweet switch. Again, listen how bright that is. It's almost like Gretsch territory. Or like, surf guitar, but this is a great surf guitar. Sweet switch off. It's not quite so harsh. Now we go straight over to the rhythm pickup. So where I really like the other guitar a little bit more with the single coils is you don't get the butter that you get, I feel like, on some of the later PRSs as far as in the mid. Sorry, the rhythms. So let's put it on. You wanna know why? Because I had it fucking turned the wrong way, because I'm a moron. Great blues guitar sound. Now turn off the sweet switch. Just a little bit of the high roll off. You don't hear it too much. Again, now if you're playing clean, trim it down a little bit if we'll kill ourselves. Really is, in my opinion, Paul Reed Smith really did a great job going between the Telecaster Strat sound with like the Les Paul sound. But let's put against a few guitars from the same year, because why wouldn't we do that, right? Now, I'm a big fan. Here's one of the other questions we have. So the thing with the custom 24s, and they're worth more money, but one of my friends is really, he's with me on this, that a lot of the all mahogany PRSs, the standards as they call them, for 2 years they were called specials. The standard, which was this, and then they had a tone knob, but eventually they got rid of the sweet switch altogether, and I say, bring back the sweet switch, Paul. Bring it back, because I'm a fucking idiot, and it makes me feel like I have 2 sets of pickups versus all your ridiculous switches. I hate that shit. But this is an example of a standard. It's a 1991 standard. It has the up route, so which is a feature, so you can go up and down. This one has the HFS pickups and the vintage bass pickups. So basically, these were what Paul kind of came up with as a resort to the treble and bass. And this is all mahogany. So one of the things like I said, I really dig is I like the all mahogany. Helps if I have a good chord. That's the lead pickup. Now that's with the sweet switch. It's less spanky, but it's got more body. The all mahogany standard really balances it up. It balances it up. And when you roll off the highs by turning down the sweet switch. Do all that jazz. And then you go to the rhythm pickup. To me, that's better. So I gotta tell you, I think overall, I think I like the HFSs better. But let's put some distortion on it and call it a day. I always gotta do what I call the Van Halen test. That's exactly what I want to hear out of a PRS. And I gotta tell you, I think this sounds better than the maple cap. We got some other ones, we can put them against each other and we can see. But so far, I really feel like the HFS pickups are for me over the T&Bs. Not to say that they don't sound great. I think the sweet switch is a great idea. I think the sweet switch, the advantage of the T&Bs with the sweet switch is you can get that super presence, Prince sound, Nile Rodgers sound. So like if you're doing that kind of stuff, funky stuff, it really is incredible. First off, I love the all mahogany, and I really like these pickups, and I like the upper out. I think these tremolos are some of the best tremolos that have ever been. And you have the Brazilian rosewood fretboard, and you got the wide thin neck on this one with the birds. So this is one of the specials, really standards, because honestly, they fly under the radar because but they fly under the radar because so many people are used to the PRSs with the beautiful tops, with the more expensive T&B pickups. This one happened to have the birds, but because it's a 91 and it's not under 10,000 serial number, it's still not as valuable, although it does have the short heel, which changed somewhere after 11,000 in 1991. I have maintained over and over and over and over, I think that the PRSs that are the most humble and modest looking tend to be the easiest to play and the best sounding because, well, no one's paying attention. Why don't you fucking smash that subscribe button already?